As you know, we were trialling the 4-day week. I think it's gone reasonably well, but not good enough, so we're going to stop it. I'm only joking. I just wanted to say today's the day that we announce it's going to continue, so it will stay forever. Congratulations, we now work 4 days a week.
We are exactly month 5 today out of our 6-month pilot. It's an exciting day, as you probably already know, because it's been announced it's forever.
We're always ahead of the pack, and again, businesses talk about innovation, but they don't really do innovation. And it's been 172 years since we did the 8-hour day, 5 days a week. We need to do something after 172 years, and 4 days a week is a logical thing to do. We had Sheena, who was sort of coaching us and working with us.
I think when we started, and I really asked people for their reflections, the key words that we used a lot were gratitude and curiosity. So there were about 5 different types of groups, and one of the groups was the I don't quite believe this group. They weren't doubters, but they were curious. What would I do with this? How would somebody know if it was working? Stage 2, after probably 2 to 3 months, you started to see people saying, am I doing enough? Is it all right if I don't do anything on that day? So it was a little bit of nervousness. And we do know from the literature there can be a stress period when people wonder, will somebody tell me if I'm not doing enough? So the issue of productivity came up more then.
Okay, so if you're going to work 4-day working week, quicker meetings, that's what, there's appropriate ways of doing things, and it will work, and it has worked. So I think actually training people up so that they understand what it's about and how to adjust to it and how to implement elements of it is really important.
So before I was working at a college training emergency medicine physicians, and it was 5 days a week, but it was more like 6 days a week. The culture there was put more in because everyone else is. So then I saw this job, and coming here, one of the attractions was seeing that it was a 4-day week. And I thought, well, that's interesting and exciting. Maybe I can try that. The challenge for me was, how do I know I'm doing enough work in the 4 days and not the 5? So I looked around at people around me, my peers, to see what they're up to. And I think you do become more efficient naturally because there's, I guess it's a bit of pressure to get everything done in 4 days. So the meetings are shorter, the things are more efficient in the way that you handle processes.
I keep telling my friends who ask me about this, genuinely, I'm getting the exact same amount of work done. I really am working smarter, not harder. I know that sounds really cliche, but I'm just being more efficient. I know that I'm someone who works really well in the morning, I have a bit of a slump after lunch, and then I have a bit of a second wind sort of in the early to late afternoon. And I get the hard tasks done when my brain is functioning better, and I save the more mundane tasks for when it's not. And so I'm just really working more efficiently, and it feels good.
Anytime a trial results in a successful permanent adoption, I think is a step forward for the movement and actually for the world as a whole. It is another step toward building a better future of work and a better future for all of us.
We saw last week Unilever, which is a big Australian multinational company, moving their workforce to a 4-day week. So I think the tide has changed, and we'll see a lot more of it now.
There's a lot of time to focus on other stuff, instead of work and only a family, I have a time to think about my future and the family's future.
Because we are now, it's going to be a permanent thing. I've got to start thinking about volunteering in the broader community, basically. Doing a bit of more study as well. Doing lots of wonderful things, lots of things to plan.
I think the 3rd stage, which started about 4 months, was really to do with structure. People started to be more reflective and insightful about how should I structure this day, and people were just so excited to start to think, this is starting to affect the DNA of everything I see about my life. It was joyous to watch and listen to.
Friday's almost like a buffer between the work week and the weekend proper, which has been really relaxing. I think it's good for mental health.
I haven't had the Sunday dread feeling since we started doing the 4-day week. I haven't come to Monday feeling exhausted.
It was all very simple. Of all the things that we've done for 23 years, I think it's been the easiest thing of implementing.
It's a radical shift in all our lives. and I'm really proud to be part of it. I'm loving it.